Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So it's Friday today. Had a bank holiday yesterday, which was the VE Day bank holiday, Victory in Europe Day. I watched a little bit of that on the telly, you know, just the sort of standard military aircraft, sort of flyby, that sort of stuff. In France it's a bit different. It's a lot more low-key sort of thing. You've normally just got in front of like churches, you'll have a little just a little sort of service type thing where people will gather in front of the sort of war memorial, or whatever you want to call it, and you'll have the mayor and stuff like that, and you know, he'll say a few words or whatever. But yeah, it's obviously a bit more low-key in France because, you know, obviously if you know your history, the French got overrun in a matter of weeks by the Germans and spent the entire war occupied, so they didn't really play that much of a part in the whole affair. Unlike England and, you know, America and the rest of sort of the Commonwealth, if you will, and the Allies, that sort of thing. So yeah, I mean, it's all got me thinking as I was sort of watching a little bit of that on the telly. You know, what was it all about? You know, it was about fascism, basically. You know, standing up to fascism from Hitler, Mussolini, those types of people, Japan as well. Yeah, so, you know, if you're like me, in your 40s, around that sort of age group, you know, your grandfathers probably would have fought in that war. You know, played a big part in it. One of my granddads was in Bomber Command. My other granddad was in Burma fighting the Japanese in the jungle. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's a massive sacrifice that these people did. You know, so that we now can live in, you know, a sort of a free world type thing. But it's all slowly being sort of eroded away, and you know, I sort of get the feeling that it's all going back to that sort of global situation again, which is, yeah, it's pretty scary. Because, like, you know, with fucking politics now, it's just you only seem to have like two extreme sides to it. You know, you've either got the Loony Lefty sort of idiots with their woke rhetoric, you know, gender pronoun obsessed, you know, bullshit, and thought police knocking on your door for tweets that you might have made that might hurt someone, you know, hurty words. They'll end up passing some sort of legislation on that soon, you know, complete 1984 sort of bullshit. And then on like the other side, it's, you know, sort of extreme far right, you know, far right thuggery, as Keir Starmer would say. But yeah, so fascism, it's all coming back, which is just mind blowing, really. But you know, I suppose everything goes around in circles. It's a cyclical thing. But yeah, it's completely fucked up. I mean, like, when you see what's going on now, especially in UK politics, it's really hard to try and get your head around the thought process of the people in charge and the decisions they're making. It's just completely beyond me. Obviously, the mass immigration problem. I mean, it's not just in England; it's the same in other European countries as well. Scandinavia, starting to see big problems with it. Even places like Sweden, you know, used to be like one of the safest places on earth. But now, you know, because they've got mass immigration as well, their crime rate has gone through the roof. a lot more murders, a lot more sort of serious crimes going on than it used to happen. So yeah, I mean, Keir Starmer, absolute twat. He came out with something the other day that I read, where for immigrants coming to the UK now, they're gonna, before they can get a work visa, they're gonna need to learn English to A-level standard, which, you know, you can sort of understand. You know, you can't live in a foreign country and not speak the language, you know, especially if you want to work. You know, I've experienced that from living in France. You know, you can't get by if you want to go to work here and you don't speak French. It's just not going to happen. So yeah, you can understand that, but it's gonna delay even more the time that it takes these people to get a work visa, which is going to cost the taxpayer more money, because they're going to have to be housed for longer in these migrant hotels. So yeah, you know, it's absolute nonsense. Just trying to sort of figure out, you know, why a lot of the governments now are all sort of doing the same sort of thing. You know, it's just destroying the country, it's destroying the national identity, and you know, whatever you say about it, if you're not happy with it, you'll just be branded a racist. Yeah, it's just like, you know, name calling, all that sort of stuff. It's just pathetic. Absolute childish state of affairs. I mean, you know, but what can you do about it? Especially in England. I mean, a lot of people that voted for Keir Starmer and his bunch of idiots, they're not going to vote for him again. I mean, we've seen that in the polls recently. Farage and the Reform Party, you know, they absolutely smashed it. Labour and the Tories, they lost so many seats. You know, which is new for me. I've never seen that happen before. So yeah, probably a lot of people are going to vote for the Reform Party, which is understandable. You know, everyone's fed up, completely fed up of Labour and Conservative, with the fact that they've just, you know, driven the country onto the rocks. So you know, is it going to be any better if the Reform Party get in, or are they just going to do what most politicians do and make loads of promises they can't keep? So yeah, just trying to sort of figure out the sort of political thing in my head at the moment. Makes me glad that I don't live in England anymore, because when you see how it's going, it's not going to end well at all. You know, there's talk of, you know, some people say there's going to be a civil war and all that sort of shit. I don't think it'll go that far. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see, I guess. So yeah, it's a bizarre, very bizarre world we live in now. I mean, it's happening all over Europe. It just seems to be like a sort of systematic dismantling of, you know, of the country's, you know, whole sort of ethos and cultural identity. It's just, you know, it's just being washed away. Multiculturalism, you know, I suppose it's good on paper, but, well, at a pinch, but the result of it is, you know, it's absolute shit. So yeah, at least the sun's out, lifts my spirits a bit. So yeah, I'll just keep it at that for today, I think. Try and keep it fairly short and sweet. So yeah, thanks for watching again. Leave a comment down below. let me know how it's going on in your part of the world. What your outlook on the sort of, you know, the sort of worldwide, especially in the Western world, the way that the governments are just seems like they're doing it on purpose. It seems like they're fucking everything up. But yeah, I can't figure out why. You know, is it so that they'll all have an excuse to sort of band together and bring in a one world government, that sort of shit? You know, that could happen fairly soon, or it could be, you know, light years down the track. No one knows. So yeah, drop a little comment down below, like, subscribe, share the video if you think it resonates with you. You know, if you're pissed off with the way things are going, you know, give me a shout, let me know, we'll have a chat, and I'll catch up with you in the next video. Okay, all right, have a good day, take care, bye bye.